The Galactic Tribunal's main chamber was packed with hundreds of species, scaled, feathered, silicon-based, and synthetic. Above them, a grand holographic projection displayed the Earth, unarmed, undefended, and silent. Supreme Arbiter Veclith of the Zaltari clicked his mandibles in satisfaction. The Terran Empire has offered no resistance. Their fleets are dismantled. Their weapons surrendered. Their leadership fled. A wave of satisfaction rippled through the chamber. For years, the humans had been thorns in the side of galactic order, innovative, aggressive, and unpredictable. Finally, peace could return. But peace never accounted for a man like Elias Rourke. He wasn't a general, not a spy, not even a soldier. He was a power systems engineer from Mars Colony 3, formerly of the Terran Mining Corps. 47 years old, widowed, mildly alcoholic, and very, very pissed off. Rourke had watched his sister's hospital lose power during a Zaltari bombardment. She died not from a blast, but from a simple failure of oxygen recyclers. The tribunal called it a containment action. Rourke called it murder. Now he stood alone aboard the Oblivion Ark, a decommissioned or freighter retrofitted with parts stolen, salvaged, or bartered from every corner of human space. Not a single weapon on board. No shields. No escort. Just thousands of tons of steel, industrial fusion cores, and a reactor modified in ways that made seasoned physicists vomit. Trajectory locked. The AI intoned. We will breach Zaltari Prime's orbital defense grid in 83 seconds. Rourke adjusted his flight harness, staring at the forward screen as the blue and silver planet loomed closer. Let's see if they remember the guy who rebuilt 6 asteroid harvesters with duct tape and a spoon. In the tribunal chamber, alarms screamed to life. Unidentified vessel approaching Zaltari Prime. An analyst shrieked. No fleet signature. No transponder. No diplomatic clearance. It's a mining ship, someone scoffed. 1 Terran engineer on board. No weapons. The laughter was short-lived. The Oblivion Ark pierced the outer defense ring like a spear. Kinetic barriers overloaded. Drones crashed. Orbital mines It didn't crash into a military base. It didn't strike a weapons facility. It smashed into the central planetary fusion relay, the heart of the entire Zaltari energy grid. The explosion wasn't nuclear. It was worse. It was designed. The blast shattered every grid connection in the northern hemisphere. Satellites died. Communication blacked out. Gravity lifts collapsed mid-air. Orbital habitats began to descend. Slowly at first, then screaming. Rourke had planned every wire, every capacitor. The ship wasn't just a missile. It was a scalpel, a surgical strike on civilization itself. Days passed. The Zaltari homeworld plunged into darkness. Civil unrest turned to civil war. Half their fleet was grounded. The rest fled to the outer rim to protect resource worlds. Every species in the tribunal felt the ripple. No weapons, one ambassador whispered. No fleet, just an angry human engineer, another finished. The surviving members of the tribunal convened weeks later, on a distant moon far from the now-burning Zaltari homeworld. Their faces bore the marks of fear, shame, and awe. The human envoy arrived without guards, without a ship, just a data crystal and a single-sentence message. You broke our world with bureaucracy. We fixed it with fire. The tribunal didn't dare retaliate, because if one angry engineer could do this, what could 10 do? What could 10,000? Back on Mars, in a quiet valley scorched red by centuries of storms, a memorial plaque stood near the smoldering remains of Elias Rourke's childhood home. It read, "He wasn't our soldier. He wasn't our leader. He was our vengeance." And beneath that, scratched by hand in raw steel, no weapons, no fleet, just one angry human,